My love is hard, it's tearing worlds apart. I never told the moon anything about me and you. And I know I gotta keep on breathing, but you know it's really hard when I'm dreaming about me and you and everything that we can do. Are you gonna be on my side now? Tell me, baby, please, are you gonna stick around? Cause all my time's for you. Just tell me that you want me to. I've been looking at you from Paris, and all these lights are dim compared to you. I've been falling, and keep me coming. And every day, and every way, I promise I'll feel the same. 'Cause all of you more than any other words can say.
Lane if you end up going for a melee, but it does provide that threat. And they're gonna
all right.
Well, the Camille, technically a flex, but probably going to be the support Camille, I would imagine.
Yeah, and Life is the guy, I mean, we talk about this all the time. He was the guy that played Jarvan support, the guy that phenomenal performance on the Camille support. I believe that was in the Bro Series at Road EWC. As the Ahri is going to be the lock-in for Faker alongside the Jace for Doran. And wow, this would be one hell of a 1-3-1 composition if they just throw down a Yorick or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of side lane pressure achieved. I think the Ahri makes sense because it has that mobility to disengage from the engage of the DNS supers to dodge away from some of these tools. The Jace, though, I'm a little bit unsure about here. They end up going for the Cassante, who can kind of contribute in terms of this dive-focused composition of DNS supers, and that is very much what they have.
See whether they can use some of that energy to come up with a victory here for the first time in what feels like eons. As
Oh, this
Life,
is scary.
oh dear. Well, there we go, some value. Not too bad.
Oh, this is terrible for Ona.
Oh god, yeah. He's gonna have to flash immediately. Gets to the wall. Does have Carrier and Pays moving their way up, but Doctarm's here as well. And we are just 3v3ing over a blue buff already.
Yeah, and in the end, DNS actually back away from this one. Life is still hovering around.
But also, it does mean that Doctarm will get to clear this wave. And I think managed to get experience. So it does have an experience advantage. As Life just grabs himself his little shield with the passive.
But Pioshik is really wary of his opposition and doesn't want to go too aggressive and potentially be punished for it. Now, they do have vision. Remember, Ona has no flash, so maybe if they want to make a play of this.
Yeah, this could be an opportunity here. As we see Doctarm just teleported back to the lane as in they go. Ona is burning down and he's just dead. First blood goes over to Life. And sometimes you'd say, oh, the support stole a kill. That's a terrible thing.
And try and take these Raptors, but he's down in levels compared to Pioshik. So if the Vi finds him, this could be trouble.
Yeah, Pioshik actually is going to be heading away from him though. Wrapping around.
Or like ships in the night.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting maneuver as Ona is just going to walk on up and start the red buff. And finds Pioshik, who was lying in wait. Jonas Strong really making sure the jump scare worked out here. As, yeah, Ona, no flash, just no way to get out. He's just dead again. He's just going to dab. As Pioshik needs to hit this Vault Breaker, but he will. And down will go Ona. And he'll take the red buff as well. So, yeah, 0-2-0 for one of Ona's best, most famous champions. As Pay's going to have to flash to get out of the way of Life's hookshot as well. So another killable lane.
Really just allows DNS to keep playing these lanes out as they are and be comfortable. Oh, they're looking for a play.
Yep, in they go. Pay's in a lot of trouble. The bouncing bomb is going to connect. It's a decent encore there, though, as now Life in a bit of trouble. And down will go Pioshik, down will go Life. There goes the perfect game and maybe the advantages that DNS had built up for themselves. And Pyosik needs to avoid sort of hard forcing as much as he has been.
So, oh.
Okay, Pyosik is hit by everything, and just Vault Breaker's out of there. Should be all right. There's now Dr. moving on over. Is going to be the Grump secured there by Ona, though, as he does get satcheled back. Fair bit of damage here from the Ziggs. But does feel like the Hex Optics build is pretty powerful. As Carrier and Ona moving up towards his top side. Charm connects onto Life, who is just dead. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing he can do about that one. Great pick here from T1. We're really coming alive here in the mid-game, as Closer also in a little bit of trouble as well. Rebinds the soul as he ults away to relative safety. That was a very cute arrow.
Yeah, and you're kind of hoping that your team explodes your target before they explode you. It has allowed them to put a ton of XP on a Dr. who's now level 11, but Life does feel a bit like he's made of paper.
Yeah. Well, flanking teleports come through from Doran here, as we also have the Cassante making his way in. Dudu right into that front line, as that is going to be the secure on the Rift Herald. Ona gets that Crescent Guard out, as now Doctom's in trouble. Doran just dives on top of him, Life dead once again, as Doctom uses the Mega Cone in order to get himself to relative safety, but Faker is able to get over the wall and knock him down. The Dusante trying to cut up Pays, but he gets knocked up and taken out as Faker grabs the double. Now on a killing spree here in this happy birthday game for Faker. And Closer doing the best that he can, as the flash still gets him hit by the arrow, and the charm is going to come on in. Faker might be able to get another one, as another Fate Sealed has to be used defensively, as Closer does get himself out at least. But Doran now going to deal with this outer turret, and wow, from a really nice looking early game to absolute obliteration from about 10 minutes onwards. T1 in full control. Ona just going to flash on top of Pyosik here. This one feels personal. Allowing Faker to make, you know, a few extra plays. As Dudu is almost dead, as Faker's just going to flash on him. Pathmaker, there's the all-out as well, as Dudu looking for the angle, and there it is, finds the Q, solo bowler onto Faker, and gets the shutdown as well. Ona has a lot of support to make things work, as we're going to have a look at this one from Dudu's perspective.
Yeah, so I think a big factor was the minions blocking the skill shots from coming through. And then just the...
800 gold, not bad.
Yeah.
And Closer not very close to that second item. This Ahri is still very, very strong. Phantom Dancer done for Pays at the same time as he throws out an arrow in celebration. Sort of like fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. But it doesn't really do a whole lot of everything, as in goes Life, finally presses that ulti button. Pyosik tries his hand at pressing R, but he will just be escorted to the death chamber. Pathmaker from Dudu, but he gets charmed up, and Closer trying to escape. Fake is going to allow him to also via the death chamber, and they will just execute 4 people in a row.
Much other than that ultimate he threw down. Now Pyosik's trying to get in the pit for a steal.
Yeah, he's done this before. And T1 certainly remember, but they are making sure they're keeping the lights off, as there is the poop over. That was very cute from Doran to make sure that they could line that one up with the smite, make sure that Pyosik was unable to get in. Yeah, they've just kind of taken everything that they've wanted to take, and there hasn't been too much of a response. As now Pyosik, he has been charmed as he makes his way in, but that is still going to be the Fate Sealed of the GOAT in the mid lane. Closer going to be able to lock that one down. Life will die as tribute. As Doran finds it with a shock blast. Pretty cute. So a 1-for-1 trade, but probably still worth it here for DNS, as Faker worth a little bit more than Life right now. The 1-in-5 Camille. There's a nice satchel there to make sure that Ona does get himself out, as the Encore flies on through. Doesn't exactly find the joy onto Dr. Armors. Yeah, Ona was really forcing that one, but it is actually going to work out. Megacone gets Closer to safety, and T1 will just walk past.
This is down, the Ziggs.
Yeah, almost was in extension range here, as Life may be dead one more time. By maybe, I mean he was definitely dead, but I wanted to give him a bit of benefit of the doubt this time around. It's not really his fault, it's just kind of what it's like to be a Camille from behind. As Ona going in, there is still a turret there towards that top side, as now Faker looking for the angle, will help Ona grab that kill onto the Cassante, as now Crescent Guard coming on through. Ona is so annoyed by how this early game went, is what it looks like here, as another Shock Blast will put down Pyosik this time. They weren't able to get in front of Closer though, so the Fate Sealed gets him back to the fountain, but Ona is still getting over there. And they do manage to at least get something done. That Mega Inferno Bomb just hitting absolutely nothing at all. As Wind becomes lightning, Ona becomes dead, but so does the Nexus. And T1 will be able to clobber them in the end. 25 minutes on the clock. And they'll get some celebratory kills before they take down this Nexus.